Good morning and welcome to Naturally Kim's Knitting. I'm Kim and I'm your hostess, and this podcast is all about knitting and spinning and dyeing and all kinds of yarny goodness. And today is December 6th. In fact, it's St. Nicholas Day. I would only know this. Well, number one, I do like the story of St. Nick and I like what he represents. Um, but I wouldn't have realized that today is the day, except my granddaughter and grandson and daughter and son-in-law celebrate it because my son-in-law always did when he was growing up. So um, they're not going to celebrate it today though, because he won't be back from deployment until later this month. So they're going to wait and celebrate it then. But anyways, so today is December 6th. It is St. Nicholas Day. I hope everybody who does celebrate it is having a wonderful one. Let's see, what else? Oh, we have a new member in our group today. Welcome to, I don't know how to say your name, so I'm going to guess. Pokdej, Pokdej from Vancouver. Welcome, and I'm so glad that you decided to be a part of our group. Um, I want to welcome everybody, whether you're here for the first time or you've been here through all the craziness through all this time. I welcome each one of you. I love you all, and I give each one of you big hugs. Okay, on to what it is I've been doing and all the goodness that we cover on this podcast. Well, I haven't worked on the Afghan because I have been very busy test knitting for Mila Vayner and for Cece. So Mila has a beautiful shawl that she's asked me to work on in a large size. And then Cece it has 7 wonderful pinkish patterns that she's going to be putting out. So she needed test knitters for that. And I did it before, so I said I would do it again. And if you hear a ding, I'm sorry, my phone just told me that I have an email. I'm not worried about it though. Then, in addition to that, I would have had this done, except I've been working on my test patterns so much. I did work on my Irish scarf. It is getting a nice length on it. Not quite long enough yet. I would really like, I have another ball of yarn to use. And so when that is gone, then I will be done. But oh, it is warm. I could leave this on right now. We keep our house a little chilly anyways, and we do have a cold front that's come through, and it's decided to make its presence known. In addition to my scarf, I really have not worked on the chemo cap as much as I would like to. I did pick it up and I finished the ribbing brim, and I've just started the body right here. Right here, sorry. So I have a little ways to go on that. I'm going to try to work these in more or better than I have been this past week, because I would like to get those done and keep going with the chemo caps and the scarves, because the scarves go to the homeless kitchen. And I would really like to help those people stay a little bit warmer. So that's all I can show you that's been on my needle. I did finish a cowl for Cece, but I cannot show it to you yet. It's not part of the pinkish patterns. It's for something else that she's doing. But she asked me if I would specially do this because all of her sock knitters were busy at the time. I said, sure. So I just finished it. I haven't even sent the pictures to her yet, but that's okay. Oh, I guess I do have a couple other finished items, but they're not knitting. And they're not yarny goodness. But they are part of what I do. I made myself some homemade bath soaps, bath salts. And it has calendula in it, which can make it messy. When you take a bath with this, you have to expect to, I have a couple salt clumps in there. You have to expect to clean your tub right afterwards if you don't, because you will have little bits of calendula through it. But calendula is a soothing herb, and it helps to make sore joints a little bit less sore. I've always enjoyed it. And then in addition to that, I made some lavender bath melts. Very simple to make, but they each have some lavender in them. And once again, the lavender will come out and stick to the sides of your tub. So you do need to make sure to wash your tub after those. But anybody who would like some recipes for these, let me know. I would make these for you, but these would melt in the mailbox or in the postage. So, but they smell so wonderful. I've been using them, putting one in my bath, and oh, and then you get out and you have the silky softness from the I think I used almond oil in that one. Then on my windowsill, I still got some calendula and almond oil. I'm going to make some lotion out of it. And then I've got some vinegar with nettle and calendula in it that I'm going to use for a hair rinse. So they have to first have all the goodness from those plants get inside the liquid. Okay, well, let's see. What am I so happy for? Well, right now, I'm very happy for something that Knitpicks is doing, but I can't take advantage of it because I do not have the money right now. But Knitpicks is having a 20% off of all their bare yarn right now. This is undyed yarn, and you can use it as a natural color in your yarn, or you can do like I do and dye it. But like I said, I can't get it right now. But there is a link on my show notes, so if you're interested, just go down on my Blogger or my WordPress blog, Naturally Kim's Knitting, and you can click on that and it'll take you right to the page where the bare yarn is. They have several different kinds of bare yarn, and you could buy it by the skein or you could buy it by the bulk. I think the bulk is on sale too. So anyways, those do make me happy. But then I got contacted by Dover Books a couple weeks ago about if I would review some of their crafty books for them. And I said, sure. And they said, if you'd like to give any away, just let us know. So I have a couple to review. I have 3 books to review and 2 to give away. The first one to give away is Bliss, Your Passport to Calm Christmas Coloring Book. And I won't show the whole book to you because we do have a few books to look at. But you can see the first pages and the bold pages can both be colored. Oh, I'm sorry. I was wrong. These are meant to be torn out, which is nice because you have the same thing on the back of every page. This page says, Eat, Drink, and Be Jolly. I would love to do that, but excuse me. Sorry, I thought it was the garbage man. Instead, it's our neighbor, who my dog really, really loves, and she is still woofing at him because he gives her doggy treats. And so she wants him to know that, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. She hasn't seen him, probably since the weekend. So she's a little bit unhappy that she hasn't seen him. Anyway, so there's some other pretty pictures in this Christmas coloring book, and I'll just show you some of them. Oh, nice. This is actually the print that goes with the one on the back. How about that? So there's lots of beautiful pictures in here to color. So if you are interested in this book as a giveaway, ta-da! Let me make sure I get the right things here. Before I go do there, if you're interested in buying this without being in the drawing, you can go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble. There are links in both of my show notes. To win it, however, you must be a member of Naturally Kim's Knitting podcast group in Ravelry, and you have to tell me what color you think of when you think of Christmas. And I will put the Christmas coloring book on a thread on Ravelry. So you will have 1 week to do this so I can get it mailed out before Christmas. I'm not sure that you'll get it by Christmas because the mailman's a little bit slow this time of year. But so anyway, so if you're interested in getting the Christmas coloring book, then just go to Naturally Kim's Knitting. There'll be a thread called Christmas coloring book giveaway. And just put down under there what color you think of when you think of Christmas. Who knows? I might use it to dye some yarn sometime. Then, another book I have that I'm giving away is a cut and assemble Santa's workshop. It says easy to make paper model. My husband looked at this. Well, first he saw this. He goes, "Ooh, you should give that to Genevieve." Well, it's a little bit more advanced than what my granddaughter can do. But you have a model of Santa's workshop, and it's in pieces. And each page can be torn out as you put it together. Complete instructions. As you can see, there's blank. It's blank on the back, so you don't have to worry about, oh, but if I cut this out, I'll lose something. See, they give you the pattern for each, to how to put it together, along with the different parts of the workshop. Ooh, look at that colorful picture. Anyways, if you are interested in this one, you do not go to the Ravelry page, because I did tell them I would give one away on my blog. Sorry, my nose is itching. So you have to go to the Naturally Kim's Knitting blog. There is a link. I'm sorry, it's on my show notes. This is so silly. I will try to type the link on the screen. And if you're interested, you go to ksnapier475.blogspot.com. So it's ksnapier475.blogspot.com. And just leave a comment under episode 92. And you will be eligible to win the Cut and Assemble Santa's Workshop. If you don't want to go through the drawing, but you want to get the book quickly, you can go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble. Both of those are on my show notes, the links, and you can get it there. I mean, you don't have to go through my links, but if you're interested and you want to send a couple pennies my way, you can go to the link on the show notes, and it'll take you right to Amazon or Barnes & Noble. In case you are new and you didn't know or you forgot, I am an affiliate with Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Knit Picks. And anybody who orders using my links will get me a couple pennies, which I will then turn around and use for prizes and such. Okay, now I have one more book, but it is not to be given, well, it's to be given away, but not to you guys. It is the Saturday Evening Post Christmas Treasury. And the reason I said that is I opened this. I forgot this was one of the books. My son, which if you're watching this, well, no, it doesn't matter. It's not really a Christmas gift. It's just because. But he loves Norman Rockwell. So, lots and lots of Norman Rockwell pictures. Dear Santa, we've been awful good. There's that one. I mean, there's lots and lots of his beautiful artwork. Some of these are not by him, but they're in his style. So, but they all came from the Saturday Evening Post. So as you can tell, they're not all Norman Rockwell. But still, they are beautiful in their own right. Well, I don't even know if any of them are. But I know my son is going to love it because he loves the Saturday Evening Post pictures like that. Let's see. There's that one. Each one of these pictures can be taken out of the book very easily and framed. Then, to help top it off, on the back, there are coloring pages on perforated paper, which is so wonderful because when I'm coloring, I like to then tear them out and put them on my wall. So, hey. I mean, if you like to color, this is a good book. If you like, Saturday Evening Post type pictures, I guess they do go with the pictures in front because there's the homecoming that we saw earlier. So anyways, if you're interested in buying this, there are links on my show notes, either either Blogger or WordPress, and you can buy it there. But there is no giveaway for this one. This is for my baby boy. Okay, let's see, there weren't any questions this week. I haven't forgot the one person who has asked me to demonstrate spindling. I'm just waiting a little bit because it's been a little while and my fingers have been very sore. I don't spindle all that much. I use my spinning wheel more often. But I will try to get back to that and let you know. I, if you're I've read a couple books. They've excuse me. This is in bits and pieces. I'm sorry. I thought that was the garbage man and I didn't want my dog to be barking and disrupt you. I've read a couple books this week. I've read one about promises for, I can't remember what it's called, Little Promises for Throughout Your Life. It's a women's little promise book from the Bible. And it has little readings and verses for covering each thing. There, each topic is it's an alphabetical order. So you might have something about faith and you would like to read it. Well, if they're in alphabetical order, so you go to the F, and there's faith. It's in a simulated leather cover, and it's probably a little bigger than that, probably about that size. Very nice. I have it back by my bed. That's why I don't have it over here, because I look at it and I try to find a verse that will go with what I'm feeling that day, and then I pray with the verse later on. But I've read that, but otherwise you could go to my either one of my show notes, and I'm sorry, you could go to Reading, Writing, and So Much More under Blogspot, and you can see the other books I've reviewed. If you're interested, you don't have to. But I love sharing the books that I've read. We have got a knit along, crochet along, craft along, whatever, going right now. And you guys have been so busy. I'm loving it. If I could show some of the items I'm knitting for Mila and Cece, I would have items on there, but I can't show them. So I've been putting little love marks because that way I can keep track of the entries too. And we have enough entries that in addition to one of my yarns, ooh, you won't get this one. This one has sticky on it. Luckily, I've ordered two of these. This one will be mine. It's a coloring book for knitters. And I love it. I mean, knitters would appreciate these pictures. And being knitters, you could color them any way you want, make any kind of knitting pattern that you would like. So this will be one of the prizes that will be going out. One of my skeins of yarn, this book, and then we'll see what else, because you guys have been very busy and you've been putting lots of entries in, so I am all excited. Now, if you're new and you're not quite sure what this knit along is, well, it's a crafting for others. It's called knitting for others, but it doesn't have to be knitting. It can be crochet. Whatever creative skill that you have that you would like to use for other people, feel free to enter it. The projects, however, could not have been started before November 1st. You can poly dip into other knit along, craft alongs, whatever, as long as it follows their rules and our rules. And like I've told you what the prizes are. If anybody's interested in donating prizes, let me know, and I will let you know how to get hold of me. Or if you would like to give a pattern to somebody or a gift card, let me know the details, and I'll make sure to pass that along to the winners then. So anyways, the winners are chosen by the random number generator. I will close the thread on January 1st. I know, that's New Year's Day. I'm not going anywhere New Year's Day, so it works. But I'll close the thread on January 1st, and I will then announce the winners on the following week's podcast. Let's see. When you complete an item, just start a post under the thread Knitting for Others on Ravelry. Post a picture of the item. And if you happen to have a pattern name, go ahead and put that down. If you want to put down who it's to, I would love to know. Like if you say it's a Christmas gift, that's enough for me. You don't have to tell me who it's for. With any luck, that person's watching the podcast too. Or if you're knitting for a charity, you might let me know what kind of charity it's for. I love to know that. It's just like I've knit socks and hats. Socks for the soup kitchen, scarves for the soup kitchen, hats for chemo, caps for kids. So anyways, you can put all that if you want to. However, in order to win a prize, you must be a member of Naturally Kim's Knitting podcast group on Ravelry. If I draw your name as a winner and I go through the members and I don't see your name, you will not win a prize. Sorry. See, I've told you it will be locked on January 1st. Oh, after the winners are announced, you have 2 weeks from that day to claim your prize. If I do not hear from you in 2 weeks, you do not win the prize, and it'll go back into the rotation of prizes. Okay. Just makes it easier. I don't have to wait forever for somebody to respond. So I thank you guys for the submissions that you've made. Wow, I've been so impressed. I think, oh, I do have one more thing to show. It is something that I've acquired this week. I may have told you last year, I don't know. I lost a son over 30 years ago. And I always donate money for World Wildlife Fund for my son. And then I get a little stuffed animal. And I got this cute, I almost called it a polar bear, panda bear. Isn't he adorable? So he's so soft too. For $55, I've been able to put some money to save this, get the animal, oh, wrong bag. And I got another project bag because I love using their bags as project bags. So, yay. And in addition, they always send a little information card about the giant panda and a certificate of adoption and a little picture. So I might end up sending the pictures to my granddaughter because she loves animals too. Granddaughter and grandson, because they both, with 2 pictures I can do that. Anyways, now I'm at the end of all my talking. So where can you find me besides obviously here? Well, you can find me on Ravelry as Napier's Knits or as Naturally Kim's Knitting. You can find me on Etsy. I do have an Etsy store where it's Napier's Knits. Instagram, I'm knittin_Kim. And on YouTube, Blogger, Facebook, and WordPress, I'm Naturally Kim's Knitting. Anyways, that's it for today. I thank you guys for watching. I love you all. Big, big hugs. And I hope this week on your projects that you have few, if any, mistakes. And if you make a mistake, I hope that it is very easy to fix. Love you, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.